So we're gonna tell you what we're gonna tell you, then we will tell you, then we will recap and repeat.
One of the things when I think about Dutch work culture, also from reading literature about working with people from the Netherlands, also been working with a lot of people from there, is the your direct nature. You know, that's something that is always like, if you're gonna describe working with someone from the Netherlands, what do you need to expect? Okay, they are very direct. They will tell you as it is. And I actually read about this, and like someone to try to explain where this sort of started, where this evolved from. And what I read, and you might not know this, maybe we can just like have a little bit of chat around this, is that it comes from that the Netherlands, or the Dutch people, used to be a seafaring nation, like very small nation, but they conquered the world with their boats and was everywhere. And in order to get your point across, or anything across during those voyages, you had to be very direct. So I don't know if this is true, or this is a myth, or some like speculation, but have you ever thought about anything around why you are the way you are, the Dutch people? Any influence from outside, historically, culturally, that you can come up with?
It's an interesting theory that you bring up, Paul. I think it's true that the Dutch are very direct. So what I do in cross-cultural communication, I make a difference, or I make a separation between general communication and giving negative feedback. And I think why the Dutch are perceived as direct as they are perceived in more or less the whole world, right? Everyone knows that the Dutch are known as super straightforward and super direct, is because it's a culture that both in general communication is very explicit. So we're gonna tell you what we're gonna tell you, then we will tell you, then we will recap and repeat, and then we can also give you the opportunity to provide questions. So communication is very explicit, concrete words, not a lot in between the lines. And together with that, or parallel to that, we're extremely comfortable with negative direct feedback. We really see that as a gift. I know it sounds cliche, really. And if I say it in Latin America, they look at me like I am crazy. But, being negative feedback is really a gift for you to improve, or for you to know that you heard me, in order to prevent that from happening in the future. I think you might have a point. I never really read about where that comes from, but it's true that it has been a super small nation. It's an extremely tiny country within Europe. The ocean has always been, the never-ending threat, because it's a country that is partly below sea level. And in order to survive, communication was essential. And I think the Dutch, of course, were also a nation that, was trading with different cultures across the world, very early stage. So explicit communication was probably key to success. I think you really have a point there.